Hi everyone, welcome to our Cancer reading for March 2021. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as always. Those of you who are intuitively guided to the reading and you don't know if you have Cancer in your chart, just trust that perhaps your guides were nudging you to a message, something you need to hear. And some of you are checking on a Cancer for whatever reason. Just know that your guides know that you're here, and you'll probably also receive messages. So, welcome everyone. It's a beautiful, sunny afternoon. Felt like the perfect time to do your reading. So, we're going to start with the Mother Mary deck. This is my Oracle deck. Not mine. Well, it's mine. I am not the designer. And as many of you are finding out now, whatever card we pull in the beginning or comes out in the beginning, and we read it in the end, there's no doubt of how it relates to your reading. It just always feels so powerful. I don't know. Okay, let's give him a cut. And let's begin. You know, it's funny. I'm getting this feeling like, you know, you are between two very different signs, Leo and Gemini. And I find that you kind of feel like the balance of them. Whatever that means. We have marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. Marriage. Well. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in the Tarot of Dreams. We'll keep that marriage card in mind. It's going to somehow relate, I can tell you that. All my decks are pre-shuffled, by the way. I just like to shuffle them a few times once I have you with me. Okay. We have Judgment. Judgment talks about a rebirth. Judgment is the energy that's calling you to the present moment. With the Hangman. Interesting. Two major arcanas back to back. One is not, no movement, where the other asks for movement. Well, with the Two of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. You know, for some of you, this could very well be divine. I almost feel like, if I was your guide, what I'd be saying to you is, you've been in the Four of Swords energy for quite a while now. This is that time out. This is that healing period, right? Because the Hangman is you. It's you and how you feel right now. And Hangman is someone who's really seeking wisdom before they make their next step. They're seeking some type of awareness. And You know, what's great about the Hangman is when he receives this awareness, because he is open. So I feel like it's talking about you and being open to finding out whatever it is you need to find out. So I feel like there's definitely been a time out between these two lovers in the Two of Cups. This is about soulmate. Doesn't have to be love. Well, it's love, but it doesn't have to be romantic love. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Four of Pentacles. It's like something happening within your home or above your home almost. We have the Three of Swords. Interesting. You know, what it makes me feel like is I find you here in some type of, you know, still carrying some pain of the past. And I don't mind that the Hangman is above this Three of Swords, right? Because this is taking that moment out and allowing myself to heal. But yet, in the same time, I feel like Judgment's saying the time is coming, though, right? The time is coming where there may be action required, movement. You know, Judgment right next to the Hangman, whatever this that the Hangman's seeking, whatever type of wisdom. You know, I see the moon, so things just aren't clear. It's like I'm waiting for the sun to come out. Well, that's how I opened the reading. Sunny day. It's interesting because I feel like his head within the Hangman is at the same level as the moon. And Judgment is like coming from the energy of the sun. So coming down over that, you can almost see the light like move over to the Hangman, and it's starting to come down. This could be healing, you know, like this could be definitely awareness. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. She's our intuitive queen. She's coming right under the Two of Cups. Some of you may have left a relationship. It feels like maybe a little while now. And I feel like you probably were alone for a little while. And when I say a little while, I don't know how long I mean. And I guess that varies. Could even have been a marriage. And I have a feeling like this time alone, once I got used to it, became helpful to you, because I feel like that time period, maybe you needed to be alone, to be stimulated, you know, to have the awareness. Because I feel like then there's movement, right? But then I feel like then there's the Two of Cups. Wow. With the Four of Wands coming right under the Four of Swords. So, you know, this is a healing over a marriage, over a commitment. Clearly that at one time has the Three of Swords. It's almost like someone may have left the home, like someone left the home. But yet I feel like now, especially with Judgment here, I feel like now This Queen of Wands, for many of you, is talking about you and a period of, maybe you've been holding, closed the doors off to love, period, right? Because clearly there was pain here. But I feel like Divine is now saying, the time is coming, because the Queen of Wands is someone who moves through life according to her passion, her desires, right? She's not someone who's going to stop and think. She's going to move into it, right? And she's looking right at the Four of Wands. And she's got the Two Cups above her. So for some of you, I feel like, you left some relationships that, for some of you, it is a healing over a current relationship. But I have to say, I feel like if that's you, chances are there's not a split, right? It feels like a blessing over the home, especially with these two fours. And, for you have the soulmate energy attached to it. And it may say, Divine may be saying, you got to let, the past hurts go, right? Heal them and then let them go. So then you can truly enjoy what this relationship can be. And both of you, too. And others, I feel like there's this, you left someone and there's this period of time where you just needed to take time and heal. Heal your heart. And maybe even understand it. The Hangman's looking for wisdom. Like the truth of the matter. And judgment will always bring you the truth, right? So here's the truth, new beginning. I feel like it's enough time in the Hangman now. We have the Magician. Beautiful. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so I have to be honest. I feel like, especially with Judgment leading your reading, Judgment saying to you, what I want you to understand is you are the Magician, right? You have the ability to manifest through energy. You have that ability. However, it's like, what's that saying? Along with power comes great responsibility, something like that. Because I feel like it's like Judgment is saying, you can manifest from the light. Like you've been given that gift, so to speak, but with every light there's the dark. And you can also manifest from the dark. So because it's like showing us that this Eight of Swords is something that's being manifested. So that energy is what's being, or what was being manifested out. And it's almost like enough is enough. Like they want you to be aware of it so that you can, even if you don't want any, say, I really want love, but I'm gonna live each moment passionately, right? Like this Queen of Wands. Anyway, so this Eight of Swords is a self-created energy, and that's why Divine is pointing it out, because Divine can't do anything about this wall. This is a wall that you created. No one can do anything about this wall except for you. It's self-created. But that also gives you, that also allows you to uncreate it, right? Uncreate it. It's showing exactly why, and it is because of the Three of Swords, right? It is because of the heartache. Maybe something has happened 3 times. Maybe. Anyways, I just feel like that's all Divine is saying, like, be aware of that. And sometimes swords, they're thoughts. And our thoughts, like we get certain thoughts that maybe aren't even true, but because we think them, they become true to us, right? And then that thought can manifest into another thought until before you know it, you stop yourself from living. So, that is not what you're meant to do. You are meant to ask for healing and accept it, right? You got to accept it at the same time. Nonetheless, this Two of Cups is still here, right? This Four of Wands is still here. We have the Six of Wands, and that is the card of victory. Victory. Also, under that Two of Cups, I feel like the victory, though, is about what's in the Eight of Swords. Because I feel like a lot of you, I don't know, there may be something within this reading that allows you to have true awareness of how you are the magician. And therefore, you know, your power is that you can manifest, right? But you can manifest from the light, you can manifest from the dark. There's no judgment here as in one is right, one is wrong. One just gives you one type of result and one gives you another result. You know what I mean? So then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. You know, this could be a victory over something that that you felt tied to in a certain way, probably in a negative way. I mean, look at this guy. It's almost like he's caged up, right? He's in his cage. He's taking the fetal position, but then the door is open. So it's almost like his fear makes him believe he's in this trap cage when in reality, the door is open. The first time I've seen this card in this deck. Interesting. You know, he's being influenced by the devil, so to speak. But, you know, and then what does that remind me of? Well, God says He will always show you a way out. He will always show you a way out. If you feel you're in too deep, right? If you feel you're in this energy of being like caged, but really, again, it's within the mind. It's almost like the devil has control of the mind. And I think in the Six of Wands, who's ever in this energy is seeing the door. Is seeing the door. And to me, that just represents overcoming whatever someone felt tempted to. All right, what's on the bottom of the deck? Look at this with Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Wow. But look at under that. Interesting with Tower. So some of you have had this Ten of Cups interrupted. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. And let's go deeper. Let's find out what this is all about. Some of you may be praying for a Capricorn. And I feel like if you are, like, you know, those prayers are being heard. And answered, so to speak. You know, the Six of Wands, this victory, has the Eight of Swords on one side and the Devil on the other side. So I just want you to understand the influence that this Devil energy has over your thoughts. Your thoughts. But it doesn't have to be that way. That's really what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be that way. Because you have this victorious energy. And although it feels like a gift, really, you yourself give yourself that gift by, removing these 8 swords, understanding, why they're there. And again, it's like nobody can do that but you, and it's attached to the Hangman. So again, it's like you almost have to own this energy. Completely understandable, because the Three of Swords is between it. However, Judgment is about the present moment. And what happens after the Hangman? The Two of Cups. So whether this is someone coming back or whether this is someone, Judgment is trying to say, is coming towards you. So there's a requirement, I often feel like there's a little bit of a sacrifice. And I feel like the sacrifice is really to look at oneself and see where do I feel like I'm in this cage? And I don't feel like there's a way out. Well, again, the door is open. And God will always give you a way out. You just got to ask, right? So, but the influence is heavy. But you're still stronger than it. Sometimes we just don't realize it. We don't feel it. All right, we have the Ace of Wands. There you go. Judgment saying, here comes this Ace. Wands is about something that should make you feel very passionate. You should definitely desire it. That's what this journey is all about. So something's coming, and think about Wands as really in the light is optimistic, right? That's what Judgment is, the light. So, wow. We have the Six of Wands over the Hangman. Beautiful. So, I feel like this is many of you having the awareness, just, the awareness of what? The awareness that I'm not living in the present moment. The awareness that, there's things that of the past that have created a wall around me, and my job, what I'm here for, and what I know I can do, is to learn to put down those walls, right? Because this feels like this is moving towards a time in your life where your passion really is your desire, and the Magician, remember, can manifest out of any energy. Four of Wands above the Magician, to me, feels more grounded, right? The 8 beside it, the 8 of Swords. First of all, 8 is a new beginning. It's exactly what Judgment is asking for. A rebirth, and I feel like a rebirth. I don't know. We have the Sun. Beautiful. So, card of Leo, first of all. Card of total illumination. Complete illumination. It's almost like here is the Hangman having that awareness state, right? This could be someone who's coming in and, you meet and immediately, I don't know, seems to change your chemistry. Like your personal chemistry. You may have been in one type of energy and then bam, just like that, something may happen. It's interesting. I don't like talking about my personal stories, but I get what this is saying because the day that Sam called me was, it was 1 week after I left someone I had been with for 25 years. Off and on. I have to tell you, I noticed something about myself is I tend to, I don't know, because I left and I went back to PA one time, I left and I went to state of Washington one time, but then I come back. Anyway, this time I was leaving for good, because it was just time, but I was having this weak, lonely moment, which is not like me, and I was talking to the person, and listen, we're good friends now, but anyways, I was talking to him, and I was almost giving in to allowing him to come over, which I knew was the wrong thing, right? I knew I was just in a moment of weakness. So I was kind of down about that, and then my phone rings, and I pick it up, and here, lo and behold, it's my old boyfriend from when I was a teenager. And from that day on, we have just been talking and talking and talking and talking, and it just changed. Everything changed just like that. Just that phone call. It changed my chemistry. And that's what I'm talking about here. I know, I made a short story long. We have the Nine of Wands. You know, the Nine of Wands, I feel like what it's saying is allow yourself to focus on the healing aspect of any and all journeys, especially over commitments, right? Maybe broken commitments. We do have the Tower that's kind of hiding under the Ten of Cups right now. But I feel like the Nine of Wands is saying that's where your focus needs to be, is on your healing. Allow that healing to take place, especially with the sun now out, right? The sun is like warmth to the skin. It should be an enjoyable and passionate time of your life. And it's coming right over the Two of Cups. So, let's keep going. Well, I have to tell you, I feel like just the atmosphere in the world, there are some great love stories coming together. And I'm sure it's with purpose, you know. And I can't tell you exactly why, but I can tell you I'm certainly picking up on it. All right, with the Two of Pentacles. So, Two of Pentacles is making a decision if you want something in your life, right? But it's coming from a grounded type energy. Look at this. We have the Seven of Swords over the Three of Swords. So, clearly within that heartache, you know, it's almost like, I don't know if I can trust again. I don't know if I can trust again. But again, you have the energy of victory over that. Just like you have victory beside that Eight of Swords, I don't know if I can trust again. And therefore, that is how, out of the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords is created. Right? It all makes sense why. But we don't want to live in that energy, you know, because it was of a time and something going on now. We have the Page of Swords. So this could be, through the Page of Swords, some type of communication that comes in. You know, the page can be, can certainly be a child, but it can also be someone of a younger time. I'm feeling it's more swords energy. I'm almost feeling like this is maybe why I told my story, because someone may be experiencing something very much like that. And listen, you don't know until it happens, right? Because you just don't know. So you can say, no, it won't happen to me, or you can be like, I wonder if it will happen to me. You know, it's almost like some type of darkness overtook a relationship, a commitment that was once, I feel like, you know, truly in the light. But somehow this darkness comes to it, or came to it. Look at this. Okay, we have the Five of Cups coming over the Four of Wands. So, you know, I do feel like there was a break in a commitment here. And, you know, it has the person in the Five of Wands, which is probably you, or the other one, or both. Because we do have the Ten of Cups, right? Five is half of that. But this is focusing on, it's interesting because the Nine of Wands is over that. And the Nine of Wands is very sure of the way, its way. And, you know, it's definitely pointing out that what I'm focusing on is what I lost, right? What I lost. And, you know, it's just interesting because in the Five of Cups, there's also two cups that have yet to be had, right? They haven't come into play yet, so to speak. Because right now, where my focus is on is what I have lost. And it's touching the healing energy too. And again, the Nine of Wands tells me, you know, whatever you've gone through, you overcoming it gives you a strength. And it's almost like what builds your character, right? And that cannot be taken away. It's like, you know, climbing to something notch by notch, and you just moved up because this may be like a soul's lesson. Anyway. Okay. Look at this. We have the Ace, or I'm sorry, we have the Eight of Swords coming over the Magician. And hello, Two of Cups. So interesting. Very interesting. So, I feel, again, I have two options here. I can, because I feel like, again, Divine is calling your attention to your present moment. These signs, these feelings of desire, or something starts moving you. I feel like this is a time where you want to trust it. And I feel like, you know, Divine's giving you whatever awareness that you need, but you also have to seek it, right? Because in the Hangman, that's what he's seeking. Seeking that. And I don't know, I feel like some of you have prayed over this to help heal this person, who may, you know, or may have, because we know this is past tense. So, the Eight of Swords coming directly over the Magician now. It shows the energy, you know, if I'm making a decision about someone or something or a commitment, the Two of Pentacles above it says, you know, become grounded, get grounded, and base your decision from that, you know. Use your logical mind, but not your fearful mind. You know what swords are around you, so, you know, as you decide whether you want to move forward or not. I mean, here is the Two of Cups again, and it's following that Eight of Swords. Huh. You know, what I'm really feeling is for those who are already in a relationship here and something happened, I feel like there's the opportunity, or the ability to heal this relationship. You know, if you feel this is like my soulmate, and you're being really real with yourself, seeing it like, you know, even through a spiritual lens, you'll know what to do next, right? Because I feel like it's clear that the energy here connected is, you know, has the ability within the Four of Wands to two people truly wanting to make that commitment to each other. But I feel like, you know, there's something that, you know, went on and something that had to be learned, sent you guys through. It's like the journey became longer with got stretched out, and now there's all these things we have to work through. We have the Five of Pentacles. So it's like in the Five of Pentacles, someone gives me some type of news that, in a way, is somewhat like the Tower, forces my hand, kind of shakes my belief, but forces me to move forward anyways, right? I don't have a choice. I don't have an option in the Five of Pentacles. But with the Five of Pentacles, true underlying message is as you make this journey, right? As you move through this uncomfortable energy, you know, it feels uncomfortable. Clearly has sadness and that attached to it. But the Five of Pentacles is about continuing to move forward anyway. Because helpful people will be, it's like your ancestors are saying, you know, your soulmates in all different forms will be put in place to help you through this time. And it may be someone that you meet for a minute that just, for some reason, sets you to go this way. But I feel like I move through this energy, and then I feel like it becomes accelerated energy. Also, moving to the Six of Pentacles, what that tells me is whatever has happened in here, the opportunity, or why did it happen? Because in some way, it's teaching me the energy of compassion and empathy. It's teaching me the art of give and take, you know, equally. And that's what the Four of Wands is. It's a very equal type energy. So, I don't know, maybe this journey needed to happen just for that purpose. We have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is sitting over the energy of the Devil. And Capricorn, I know you guys hate it when it's always talked in a negative way. I'm not talking about in a negative way. I'm talking about the shadow aspects of it. So the Four of Cups is like it has you sitting in that energy. And out of that energy, I feel like, you know, this is someone thinking about this cup. The Four of Cups is a reminder to use your spiritual discernment. Your spiritual discernment, not just in people who are coming in, but also about yourself. You know, is there something, some kind of cage that I'm keeping myself in that I don't need to? You're looking right up at the Five of Cups, right? So talking about the past, yet here's the hardship of it at the same time. So interesting how this reading's turning out. And I'm not quite ready to let it go yet. So I think what I want to look at, actually what I think I want to do is continue the reading and just take a couple cards down here. You know, this Nine of Wands is definitely asking, what are you focusing on? And it's showing the Five of Cups, right? Sometimes, you know, what I have lost. And, you know, usually emotionally, right? Four of Cups, kind of, you know, I don't know, like, I'm kind of doing nothing. I kind of letting go of my life type energy, because I don't know. However, I just feel like there has to be a realization there. Maybe it's you, maybe it's them. We have the Page of Wands. He's kind of like my foal. We have the Star. Card of Aquarius. You know, this is about your hopes, your dreams and wishes. Interesting, she's naked in this card, which means this is about being your authentic self. If this is about someone else, is them also coming from their authentic self. It is your it's like your true hopes, dreams, and wishes. And it's attached to the Two of Cups. We have the High Priestess. High Priestess is about your intuition. Looking right up at that Two of Cups, I feel like if you're being, if you feel like you're being guided towards someone, or even back to someone, I feel like this is about, there's a reason I feel like just to trust your intuition, and I kind of feel like what it's really talking about is going with the flow. Now, it can be someone new, but, those are saying, I don't want anyone, but then this part of the reading is not for you, because this is showing me here that this is, what's within your hopes. And it's attached to the Two Cups. So let's see what else is here. We have the Hangman. We have the Hierophant. Hierophant coming over what I feel like is a lot of shadow energy. It's kind of beautiful, right? It's your belief system. And look at this with the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like something can be rebuilt. It's interesting how I see a blessing over this home also. There's a blessing over a home. There's a blessing, a healing over a relationship. No matter what happened in between here, I feel like Nine of Wands is like, where are we focusing at? Like, where are we putting our focus? Because Judgment is saying, remember, wherever you're putting your focus is what you are manifesting from, even to yourself. Some of us think that we're stuck in this cage, and therefore we take the position, right? But we're not, right? We're not. Maybe it's asking to see the light, right? And the Hierophant is certainly delivering that. The Hierophant is about your belief system. Where's your belief system at? Do you trust in God? Do you trust in divine timing and divine order? That type of thing. I feel like what's ever happening, coming up, first of all, it's coming out of the sun, so that's beautiful alone. But what's coming up is, I don't know, it's coming up in your present day moment. Anyway, I feel like some are still like a little pissed. And I'm just going to say, you may hear communication come in. Did this person change? Did they grow? I think so. But the best way to know is to give them the time to reveal themselves to you. Their actions will tell you everything, right? But, when you have the Eight of Swords energy, it's like, it's like layers of, I don't know what I'm trying to, like cloth. The picture becomes distorted between me and another. Right? It's distorted. It's got to go through the layers to get to me. And I feel like that's what the blindfolds are. So anyway, I feel like, yes, it's giving yourself time to heal, definitely. But also understanding within the Five of Pentacles, I feel like for some of us, Judgment's saying you still got to keep moving forward, which is what the Five of Pentacles is doing. And when you're aware, or living in the present moment, you'll notice these soulmates put along the path for you. For some of you, it's me. It's you coming to the reading, and, I feel like we're all soul connected here. You know what I mean? So it's different things like that. Ultimately, can this Ten of Pentacles, which may be stronger than it was before. It may be. Ten of Pentacles is a very rooted type energy. I feel like rooted in time within the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like, it's when stories are told about perhaps mine and this person's relationship, decades and decades from now, grandchildren and great grandchildren. And that's the kind of energy I feel um, in this type of energy here. But some of you just aren't feeling it yet, and it's giving you the process of maybe how to work through it. We had the Ten of Cups, now we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, we know the love is there, right? But now we're also grounded within it. And it does make a big difference, right? Got to look at the Eight of Swords, because no one can uncreate it but you. And then take it moment by moment, day by day. Day by day. Day by day. I'm trying to think who sang that song. Anyway, ultimately, it's really what you're wishing and hoping for. So, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Though I want to read the marriage card. Here we go. You drew this card because your relationship needs loving attention. You've been out of balance lately, with too much focus upon work and intellectual pursuits. Mother Mary steps in and asks you to stop what you're doing and put your energy into your marriage. In fact, make a renewed commitment to it in all of your interpersonal relationships. Allow yourself to care about and connect with each person you love. For unmarried individuals, this card signals a positive and important change in your love life, provided that you open your heart and allow yourself to be authentic and vulnerable with others. Commit to developing your relationships at the highest possible level so that they are truly love-filled. And that's exactly what I feel for those unmarried is, that's kind of what we're learning. And ultimately, we arrive where it is that we want, right? We just, we got to let go of the how and the when and the why and just the learning to accept, right? And all that will come to us in time. So, anyways, a little tough energy. However, this talks about change, moving out of that, being re-sparked, moving towards your desires, allowing yourself to do that, right? Moving out of the past. Here's the sun that's illuminating this Two of Cups. So, whatever that means to you, and then you have the Star card connected to the Two of Cups down here. And you got to trust your intuition. You really do. You got to, you not only trust it, but I feel like you're given the signs, you're given feelings. And that's the Ace of Wands. These are your signs to move forward. But only you can choose, right? Only you can decide. So, the Hierophant just says, take a moment, look within, check your belief system, see what you're carrying too much of that you don't need anymore, shake it off, get rid of it. And, you're not in a cage. So it's like, and then allow yourself to be free. And I feel like that in many different aspects, like allow yourself then to be free to do whatever it is of your soul's desire. Here it is. And if it's relating to a relationship, it's just talking about it. It's a very grounded type relationship. All the love and the fun and all that could have been in the Ten of Cups, but maybe the work wasn't there, right? Maybe we didn't put in the work. Now in the Ten of Pentacles, this is about not only, to me, not only the Ten of Cups, but it's also about the groundedness of the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like what work it needed, we learned what to focus on. You know, you think about the Eight of Pentacles, right? Learning what to focus on. Some of us went through the Nine of Pentacles, where during that time apart, there's something that you felt pulled to, and it may have been a craft. And in that way, it starts to change you. You know what I mean? Like when you allow yourself to go with the flow, I think life takes you right where not only you need, but eventually you want to go. But we put a lot of resistance up with the Eight of Swords twice, right? Putting understandable but unnecessary resistance. Okay. All right. Let's leave it there, guys. I love you so much. You know that. Um, I want to just take a moment and thank you for your donations. March, I've just been talking about, you know, something that I do with them. And one of the things is it allows me not to put ads in the videos, you know, because that bugs me. I hate it. But, you know, sometimes you have to. But I made it a conscious decision to no longer put ads in the video anywhere except for the very beginning and the very end. You know, because I've watched other videos where there's like every 5 minutes there's another ad. Well, it takes away from the flow, and therefore I lose interest. And I don't want that to happen for you, because many times it is at the end of the reading where we receive the most advice or the clearest. So I hate you to leave before that. So, anyways, much gratitude for that. Thank you for your subscribes. As always, welcome to anyone who's new. Love your comments. Keep them coming, and let's just keep inspiring each other. And you know, let's not live behind any of these fake facades, that these walls that we create. Let's just get rid of them, and let's feel the power in that. You know, the power in that, and then truly trust the signs, guys. But I feel like your ancestors are saying, it's time. It's time. A lot of victory on this board. So, okay. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.